I kind of want to take a look at this speech and then ask you a question, because it's sort of the reason that I've been looking at that kind of rhetoric from Hillary Clinton and saying it sounds like Elizabeth Warren, but it sometimes doesn't feel like it rings true.
Right.
And why some progressives may worry about her following through when it comes to actually governing. So first off, during the 2008 election cycle, according to OpenSecrets.org, some of Hillary Clinton's top donors were big banks. Among them Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Lehman Brothers, and Merrill Lynch. And then in the 90s, then Professor Elizabeth Warren managed to actually sway Hillary Clinton, who was then the First Lady, to Bill Clinton on a bankruptcy bill that was being pushed by creditors that Warren was very worried adversely affected single mothers. So Warren published an opinion piece that led to a one-on-one meeting between her and Mrs. Clinton in Boston. And here is Elizabeth Warren talking about it in an interview with Bill Moyers in 2004.
Mrs. Clinton sits down. We have hamburgers and French fries.
And you tutor her.
And she says, tell me about bankruptcy. And I got to tell you, I never had a smarter student. Quick, right to the heart of it. I go over the law. It's a complex law. Went over the economics, showed her the graphs, showed her the charts, and she got it. She said, Professor Warren, we've got to stop that awful bill, referring to this bankruptcy bill that's sponsored by the credit card companies. The last bill that came before President Clinton was that bankruptcy bill that was passed by the House and the Senate in 2000, and he vetoed it. And in her autobiography, Mrs. Clinton took credit for that veto, and she rightly should. She turned around a whole administration on the subject of bankruptcy. She got it.
That was in 2004, but
2004, yeah.
Interestingly enough, now was working in Technicolor. It looked like it was her hair and everything like 68, you know?
She looked great. But fast forward to when Hillary Clinton became senator. So that was when she was First Lady.
Right.
Fast forward to when Hillary Clinton became senator, and that same bill was once again up for a vote.
Yep.
Take a look.
Her husband had vetoed it very much at her urging.
And?
She voted in favor of it.
Why?
As Senator Clinton, the pressures are very different. It's a well-financed industry. The credit card companies have been giving money, and they have influence.
And Mrs. Clinton was one of them as senator.
She has taken money from the groups, and more to the point, she worries about them as a constituency.
So, Mika, let me ask you.
This isn't funny, is it?
How does that make you feel?
No, that's not.
No, I'm just asking how it makes you feel.
It makes me have a question for you about how she actually proves that she can stand up to Wall Street or stand up to influence that I think is a big issue with the Clintons, and whether influence plays a role in decision-making. And this is real, you know, credible, actual legislation.
Right.
And part of the work that she's done in her past that we can apply to now some of the things that she's saying in her speeches. How does she get that and prove that she can really do what she's saying?